Hi, she's really wonderful for me, and as a part of learn it and take the easy way. It's about 14 principles of management. Henry Foyle. Henry Foyle is a management guru, and you can see here the 14 principles of management. And to remember it easy way, and to learn it in easy way, I will suggest you that you see USSROIC. See that you see C means C, USSR, OIC. So management is, as you know, management. Manage man or material. It's all management. Manage and man and material for why? Why we need the why we need to manage our man and material? Because we have certain interests, we have certain instructions to be instructions to be performed or executed, and we need the what we need our tasks as well as other tasks to be completed in time. So the executive part of thing is that what's the management is all about. Otherwise we'll give a lot of excuses. There are a lot of excuses and temptations and other other things which are there, because of which we should not be deviated, we should not be tempted, we should not be attracted, we should not be uh, you know feel lack of energy. For that we need our energies to be focused in a certain direction, our mind needs to be focused, and our time needs to be given. It's not individual, it's about a management of men and material including ourselves. So for that, what is all required? Here I'm going to give you 14 principles that you see USSR OIC. This is the simple shortcut to learn these 14 principles. So what is DAD? In this DAD, first letter is D. D is means division of work. Division of work. Work needs to be division. Division. Division is all about simplification. Am I right? When we simplify the job, when we simplify means why, what's the need of the hour to simplify? So that we can focus. It's simple, am I right? If I see a lot of things, there are a lot of rut here, and we can't take it all in single go. So we need to take it one bit by bit, bit by bit. So in taking that bit by bit, we need to segregate those things. Segregate in the sense you must understand what is the functioning of that work, what is that nature of the work. So for example, if I see this item is for of electronics, this item is of cloth, and we can give that type of because of their function, because of their material, because of their composition, because of their character, we should need to um, we need to segregate that task. This is all division of work. For to divide, we need to understand that task. We need to understand uh, the things as if they are. So after division of work is now it's so easy for us to handle. It's not a no. Our mind needs, our mind is feel at ease. Okay, for feeling at ease and doing it is so easily, we need to divide our work according to its nature. So for example, washing of clothes in our home, it's one type of work in which you need to do all the things. And for arranging the things, that is one type of job. Decluttering our home, that is one type of job. And uh, at the home also, home management, this is all the things. We arrange the things and we need to do that job. And cleaning of the things and washing of the things, or to you know preparing food is one type of job, and other things are like that. So when you are dividing the task and do it, That makes so easy for us, that feels so easy for us to do. Next is authority and responsibility. When it comes to the authority and responsibility, what it means, it's all about accountability. Yeah, next in the dad, it's a accountability. It's all about authority and responsibility. When you delegate something to someone with authority, that authority is nothing but a power which we give to them. We activate them, that empowering them with you know skill, competent, and character that makes his character. He takes the pain of doing the task with that power, with that empowerment which you are giving. So it's all about activating them. Giving accountability means accounting means authority and responsibility. It's all about making them proactive. Now they are proactive. Not they, we ourselves, we can do the same thing for ourselves as well if we want to be self-disciplined. But when it comes to managing others, not managing myself only, okay, I'm not that much self-centered person. I have to manage others as well in the management. So I need to make them activated, field activated. So there are, if they are already activated in other tasks, I have to make them, um, direct them. In that sense, I have to give them proper channel to what needs to be done, and their focus is now on those tasks which needs to be that. So this is all about accountability. I need to create some positive pressure on them to make their mind, or to make their mind ignited and do wonders. So here, authority and responsibility is all about, you know giving that uh, giving that power for them to make, to activate and channelize their activity, um, by setting the deadlines for them to the task to be completed, and uh, actually ensure that that job is to be done because of some, here we can use a character and stick approach in that sense. So now that makes them disciplined. Discipline means what? Is dad, in the dad, the third part is discipline. Discipline is having some rules and regulations. We do follow those rules and regulations willingly. So for each, we need to visualize those uh, methods as well as tasks. Tasks and methods we need to visualize before going for the task. We need to visualize how it's going to be done, what is that possible impediments which will come, and how to overcome them. And this visualization, if you prepare our mind first hand, to and if we done that activity in our mind first, and if we see that task actually performed in our minds, then that's so much excited for us to do it in our in the reality. When we are actually going to do it, the task is going to be so excited, so that our energy flows freely, um, and we can enjoy the task at hand. That makes us disciplined. So this discipline part is nothing but we have to see that the rules and regulations, and we have to follow those things, and that's not feels as under compulsion, but under, you know mm, under 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 the feel of joy. It's like playfulness. The discipline is self-love. Self-love means honoring our commitments by being accountable and responsible, taking the authority and responsibility. Now it's about following those rules and regulations by feeling excited, by preparing, by actually seeing those tasks to become actually happening, and we have to put it on paper, and that method is to be followed meticulously. Now next, unity of command. Yes, there are a lot of deviations here. From the external stimulus, there is command, and then from inner side also there is command. There is always this conflict happens when we have the beliefs inside our mind. that something is there. You know, here in dad you see dad is completed. Now you means unity of command, and in this unity of command we must ensure this command is always a single command. So if there is any conflict, I have to resolve that conflict of command. If two managers are about me, and there is a one part of mind is telling what is right, and another part is saying what I want. So what is right and what I want, both the things, one is so important and another is so urgent, because urgency means it is already subconscious pattern of things, and here it is our right conscious mind, and the subconscious and conscious mind conflicts, a habit and our future anticipation, that vision is actually conflicting, and out of which we come up, we have to emerge with a decision. That decision, if that, the subconscious mind is not so powerful, because we have not enough visualized the activity in our mind first hand. If we really visualize that activity really so much, so that we are so excited, then this subconscious part of mind will take the back seat. That's the called law of attraction in that sense. So here unity of command means when there are two managers and there are two leaders, to it's always there is conflict. So we must put first things first in, means we have to give always the a right mind, that is creative mind. We right mind means creative mind. It is from coming from inside out. Inside out means we have already visualized that thing beforehand, so that it is always gets the lot of food, lot of food, the right type of things is to be given lot of food, and so that part of mind is to be strengthened by feeding it regularly, by in the form of visualization, on the daily or on that periodically we have to feed that mind the form of seeing ourselves doing the task which needs to be done. Then that impulses, that want, that attractions, that stimulus, that deviation will not actually have that is that there's not that much of strong to fight with this right kind, this creative mind, with this wonderful mind. um, so then we are always doing the right tasks instead of what we want. So that's where our self-discipline comes, and that's where the unity of command, the command is now getting that stability. Now come to that centralization and decentralization. What about C? Dad use C. C means centralization and decentralization. you know when it comes to centralization and decentralization, first we have to be, you know it is, centralization comes from the center. The center gives the command. Decentralization means the panchayat level. At panchayat level, as you see, then politics in policy making, that panchayat level, these are the decision makers and these are the suggestion givers. They will give the suggestion, and so that this suggestion will be reach up to that center level, and that center level makes the policy by taking these suggestions, all the suggestions from that at the gram panchayat level, and these suggestions actually in the form of information, they will reach up to that top hierarchy, and then at the center they will form the they come up with the decision with by taking this information as an input, and they will form the decision, and they will pass the orders to for the benefit of all these lower ranks of the uh, in the sense, units, in the form of the every cell is now benefited because of that form of. So we have to listen the suggestions by for taking that in the form of decentralization. At the same time we have to see that vision, and that vision is actually going to stimulate our every cell. So this is all about centralization. If that centralization is so much powerful, So much powerful means they can take independent decisions, have that strong vision to implement things. Then they that information from this lower strata is not required. That can be overlooked. um, in that sense, that unity of command is there, and sorry, centralization decentralization will happen, and unity of direction, that's everything needs to be directed in unity. So it's all about coordination, you can say. Unity of direction, there is not, the all things needs to be directed in single way. So all the activities is to be go, direction. Somebody is working in this way and somebody is working this way, but we have to make them, it's like we have to unite all those things like this way, and then, like a rope, it will become everything go and another direction we have to merely we have to take it in that form, so that unity is there. Everybody is doing different tasks, but that needs to be coordinated to come on the same line. Okay, in that sense, that task will be completed, that unity of direction. Now scalar chain is going so up and down and down and up, down to down, and it's like a following that line. Now stability of tenure, as it's about, when the governments are not stable enough to execute the policies, then that policies will be, changed day and day after day, and they are not, so if some policy, some implementation is comes, and then it will go sorry. So you must be, the tenure is to be stable. In that sense, you have to promise that 5 years this tenure will be there. No, I will not change that time. So tenure is very much essential here. Remuneration, as nobody do the task free for free. So everything is to be paid well in advance, and that to be willingly. We should not hesitate to pay. We must pay generously and willingly in that sense. So remuneration is very much essential to encourage, to in the form of incentives, or stimulus, and that is the remuneration here. And you can also appreciate, token of appreciation is also some form of remuneration. I should not should do that always, encouragement. And now order, add order. What is order? Order in a sense, when we are ordering others, it's okay, order. When you are ordering because of our authority, we can order others and we can influence others. But this order is also one type of arrangement, preparation, and not preparation of the physical things, but mental as well, mentally as well. The preparation part is to be done here. And initiative and getting order, we feel that what is the right thing to do. It is to be done by getting out of inertia. Inertia is always there for us to initiate things, so that inertia is to be overcome through visualization. So visualization means we are already seeing the things by making, first we have to be calm, we have to stop the activity and close your eyes and see what is the right thing to be done, and then we have to visualize that thing is happening in our mind, and that is where we can easily overcome the inertia to become initiative, to take initiative. So now this comes the form of no subordination of individual interest to general interest. Is about men. Men work only when they are taken care of, when they are given the protection. So for that, we have don't be selfish. We have to be self-centered. We have to think others interest as well, what is their interest. Is then only the synergy happens. It is the common interest, it is the general interest. So in the interest of general interest, we have to subordinate our individual interest. Our individual interest is to be subordinated first our general interest. What is the common interest, what is the others interest as well, we have to keep that in view while forming any guidelines while forming anything, while we are giving any command, we have to always keep that in view, what is others interest, and then that basis we need to plan out our action. Then equity equity is, as you all know, is not equality. Equality means giving everything the same amount of things. Equity means we must have understand others strengths and weaknesses, and then only we can do justice for them. In the form of justice means, if we see a small, you know, the disabled persons who can't run, who can't walk, who can't do the things as a normal people, but they have to be in the form of equity. We have to do the justice for them as well. We have to empower them by giving some extra um, facilities, extra, that things, extra conveniences for them to do the tasks, to accomplish the task, or to fulfill their needs, in the form of reservation, in the form of materials, remuneration, and other things. We can facilitate them so that they can also be uh, taken into view. This is the take is called equity. So now, Esprit de Corps. Esprit de Corps is nothing but a team spirit. When we are doing the tasks, we should not think at our own, at our own thing. I mean, the sense, the credit is to be distributed to whole team. If any failure is there, we should not blame others. That is to be taken on our side. This is extreme ownership we have to take for that activity. In that sense, any team activity is to be there. That blame is to be taken. As a leader, we must take it on our side, and if any responsibility is to be taken, and that responsibility of that blame is to be taken, and we have to boost the team's courage by strengthening them, by giving the encouragement for them. We have to, either we fail or not, that is to be, you know here what it means all about is, we must understand that team comes first rather than the individual. So the team is there, then only I am not there, because the team is only my whole thing. So if I see the team as myself, if I see the team as myself, then I take the complete responsibility for the team to execute that vision or the goal. So in that sense, team's interest is at most priority for them. Then that I have to take the team with the empower, with the vision in my mind, then I will be the Esprit de Corps. Then the team spirit will comes. Okay, it's all about how I see the things. So dad, you see USSR, OIC is that 14 principles of management, as Henry Foyle has said, and I hope you understand this management theory, where you divide the work, accountability is there in the form of authority and responsibility, and where you discipline yourself first and then discipline others. Okay, it's not about disciplining always others. It's not that management. So when you discipline, self-discipline, then only can discipline others. And the same way, unity of command. It's always the conflict is there, then the command is to be always the right command. And we must understand what is the want and what is the need, what is that right thing to be done as per the vision. So we must always keep that vision in mind and envision ourselves, and before taking our stimulus or habits or anything from outside, which actually stimulates us and trigger and take it the wrong way, which will deviate other things. So here that comes the unity of command. And here next is comes to centralization and decentralization. As I already told you, unity of direction, the direction is to be united, and at the same time scalar chain, it's the command is to go up and down. And stability of tenure, and the tenure is to be stable enough so that that particular task is to be completed for that tenure. um, mm, though any policy is to be formulated and that to be executed, we have to have the stable tenure. Okay, for that, next, remuneration, reward, incentives, in the form of incentives, rewards and remuneration. We have to amply reward them for the task to be done, and they have to give the credit for the team, for that subordinates and all the employees. So remuneration is to be given, and that's order, as it should, everything needs to be ordered. We have to form the order arrangement, uh, arrangement of things is to be done, a framework is to be done, and then we have to give the order, and then have to initiative. As I told you about the against the inertia, we have to take the initiative. Subordination of individual interest to general interest. It's always general interest. uh, General interest means you have to, the whole a whole group of people are there for that, involved in that, so we have to take that interest, general interest, in the mind when we are subordinating our own interest. Then it's about equity. Equity means doing justice to all according to their strengths and weaknesses. We must understand them first, and then we have to provide them facilities to empower them, to equate them. It's not about giving the resources everything as equality is concerned. It's about equity. So next is spirit day. Spirit day crafts is about uh, doing. A spirit day crafts means having always team in mind and vision in mind. And I am not the individual, I am the team. So when I say I am the team, my interest is my team's interest. And when my strength is my team's strength, my ownership is not my ownership, it's my team's ownership. I have to take that responsibility for my team's vision, the team's interest. As per that, my success is my team's success, my failure is my team's failure. So my team failure is my failure. If I have that mindset, then Aspirit Day Corps is comes into play. So we have seen that way, and now as you dad you see, so I see. Thank you. Thank you so much.